All right. Today on the Green Eyed Girl podcast, we're going to be talking about modesty. So I'm getting ready to be roasted because this is, for some reason, one of the most controversial things you can talk about with women, and they lose their bloody minds. Welcome back to the Green Eyed Girl podcast, Feminist Utopia. All right, ladies, we got to talk about modesty. And I know that this is a big, we're women, we can be whatever we want, men need to conform, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Bunch of matriarchal bullshit, just like hard. Let's stop, okay? Hey, I'm tired of seeing this much of you all, okay? Back in my day, 90s, early 2000s, okay? I'm in my 30s. I was born in 1990. Bring it on. All right. Back in my day, when J-Lo came out in the dress, that was a huge thing. It's the first time somebody came out on a red carpet, super scantily clad. It was the low V cut to her belly button, and then from there, it like barely cleared her cooch and was out. And everyone collectively lost their minds. Mothers were angry. Everybody just sat there stunned because we'd never seen it. And now every time Kim Kardashian hits a red carpet, I can see her ass and her tits. I've seen more nipples in mainstream media. Like, it's just straight up porn. Walking down a red carpet now, and it's just full-fledged. Like, I see your entire body. Okay? We have come a very long way, and you really don't respect yourself if you're like this. Okay? I honestly can't tell sorority girls going out to a club from actual porn stars now. The clothing's identical. That should be humiliating. Like, legit should be humiliating. Okay? And I'm not saying you need to be completely buttoned up to the neck and all of this. You see me, okay? I look cute. My husband thinks I look cute. But you also are never going to see my tits, okay? Stop going out in public with your entire body hanging out. And I'm going to get called old and a fuddy-duddy and blah. But here's the reality check. You're judged by how you present yourself to the world. When you dress like a whore, that's the first term that's going to pop through somebody's head. Sorry. Perception matters. How you present yourself to the world matters. You could be highly intelligent, but no one's going to hear you, and no one's going to think you're intelligent because you're dressed like a bimbo. Dressed like a prostitute. Put more clothes on. Put more clothes on. And I'm just tired of seeing you. Okay? It's part of the big push of, it's no wonder everybody's like, oh, OnlyFans. You can be on OnlyFans as a young girl. It's not a big deal. Because you're all already putting it all out there on a daily basis on Instagram anyway. Please stop. Okay? Here's the truth. Men are visual. And as women, we don't think that way. We're not just instantly, yes, there is some, we look at you, you're handsome, whatever. But men are intensely visual creatures. So even the best of men, if you're dressed like a whore, their eyes are kind of drawn to you because that's their base nature. It's how they're created. So have a little bit of respect and cover yourself up so that you don't draw that attention. Okay, this goes for in the gym especially. I see way too many videos of the girls that I swear, like I've seen videos of like taking a stick up your butt to jam the shorts up there. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with you if you do that. Like that just A, that does not seem comfortable in the least. And B, you're screaming for attention. I don't know if you were neglected as a kid, you've got daddy issues, don't know. But I do know you are screaming as loud as you can for attention. And then when you get it, you want to act like a victim. No, I'm done with it. I'm done with dressing like a whore and then acting like a victim when men are looking you up and down and smacking you on the ass. Dress like a whore, get treated like a whore. Dress conservatively and cover yourself. This is much less likely to happen. I'm not saying there's not degenerate men. Porn has completely ruined entire squads of men. Okay, and your masculinity is killing America. No, it's not. Masculine men aren't the ones who are going to smack you on the ass. Some dude who watches too much porn and you're just dressed like that, so they're like pre-programmed by the porn to smack you on the ass. Okay, there are some douche weasels who are still going to do that. I have not ever really changed how I dress. I'm pretty modest, pretty conservative because I just don't have it in me to go put my body all over in public. It's not me. I'm not comfortable. I've also been overweight. It's probably the thinnest I've been in years. So, I'm very jeans, full cover shirt, etc. All right, you see what I'm wearing? Mm-hmm. See my podcast, it's not like I've changed a whole lot. If you run into me in public, still look like this. Congrats. I'm not gonna say a guy hasn't smacked me on the ass in a bar before. They do that. There's some just shit dudes out there. They're becoming fewer and further between. And I'm telling you, the girls that I've seen, the girls I've been around that go out and dress like a porn star in public versus me. I think I've been smacked on the ass in a bar one time. The other girls get smacked on the ass in a bar 8 million times. Okay. You can't just keep getting more and more naked and expect to get treated with respect and all of that because you don't have any for yourself if you're dressing this way. It is actually a matter of respecting yourself enough to put the clothing on. There's part of you the first time you went out of the house dressed like that your stomach kind of rolled, you felt kind of nauseous. If you're really young, you've never left the house in anything revealing, and you get that kind of nauseous feeling because you're about to walk out of the house wearing something like that, go back in the house and put on a sweater. Go back in, put more clothes on. Because the more you suppress that and the more you go out with your tits hanging out, the next thing you know, you're going to be Kanye's most recent ex-wife who literally wore a poncho with writing to cover her tits. And I'm sorry, I look at that and she could be the nicest, sweetest person in the whole world. I'm never going to talk to her because I don't think that there's something in there. She doesn't have any self-respect. None. Negative. It's really hard for people to respect you if you don't have any respect for yourself. If you want to go be an OF girl and do that, okay. I think that is a horrific, terrible thing to do. I think if you want to go dress like this all the time and just tits and ass everywhere and go to the gym looking like a whore, I can't stop you, but I can advise you against it. But I have like negative, negative sympathy for you when you get treated badly or when men check you out and wolf whistle at you and you get offended. You literally dress that way to get that reaction, and then you're mad that it happened and you want the men punished. My favorite videos are the dudes that own the gyms that are kicking the women out to come and dress like this. I'm not gonna lie. It cracks me up. It absolutely cracks me up. There was one where this girl was doing hip thrusts on the floor and she was being extra perverted about it. And then one play, like, I don't know what you're talking about, when the dude came and kicked her out of his gym. I laughed. I laughed because you shouldn't get to go to a public place and act like this and film and pretend like you're not doing something wrong when you are. Let's get a clue. You might be young and you might be doing this and thinking, oh, well, I'll settle down at some point. Honey, the best men, the men who want to take care of you, don't want to find out that this is how you comported yourself in public when you were young. It's going to make some of them run away because people have seen way too much of you. Way too much. I have seen too much of you. I've seen way too much of way too many of you on this planet. Please put it away. I don't need to see your bikini pictures up online. I don't do that. I won't do that. I see congresswomen with too much of their bodies up online. Bad look. Okay? Get up in the morning and dress well. Look beautiful. I wear makeup. My hair is dyed. Okay? I wear nails. I mean, I always have a manicure. Always. I'm not saying go be Amish. I'm not saying take all the makeup off. I'm just saying cover thyself. Don't ram the leggings 10 miles up your butt crack. Don't just wear a bra to the gym. Put a shirt on. Full shirt. It's not that hard. Do it every day. And I get treated with a lot of respect. Your presentation to the world says a lot about what's going on internally. And the girls that are trying to tell you to take more off and go out and you're fighting the patriarchy doing it, blah, 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 you're not. You're really not. Because the good men, they want to protect you and they don't want to see you dressed like that. So the men that actually come out and say, hey, I wish women would have more respect because this is really not okay. They're responding to the fact that you dress like that because you don't have any respect for yourself. They're not doing that because they want to keep you down. They're just not. As a matter of fact, the other women who are encouraging you to do it want you to do it so that they blend in a little bit more because they feel so bad for themselves. They feel terrible about themselves. And if you're being really honest with yourself, and you really should, take some time, get away from phone, get away from internet, get away from everything, and sit and really analyze how you feel about these things, not what other people tell you you should feel, etc., how you actually feel. And you are going to realize so quickly that it makes you feel like shit. You feel terrible. You have very little respect for yourself. You have less every time you leave the house like that. You want the male attention because it makes you feel validated, but then at the same time, you don't because you believe in the patriarchy. And so you want to take all of those feelings out on men, and it's really just not fair. So, as your fellow woman who wants absolutely what's best for you in this life, I'm begging you to please stop leaving your house mostly naked. If you don't care that it's disrespectful to the men who have to see you and deal with you who really don't want to have to look at that. Do it because of you. Do it for the selfish reason that it's good for you to not do that. That when you leave the house mostly naked, that you feel lesser. And having the cat call makes you feel good for half a second, but then you also feel degraded because to get that cat call, you had to look the way you look. Be beautiful. Keep your assets or behind closed doors because I'm sick of seeing them. I'm sick of my husband being slapped across the face with it. It's a big part of the reason why we have a home gym because he got sick and tired of seeing women come to the gym like that and trannies, but that's a whole other. I'll do podcasts on that. If you think you're mad at me about this one, you just wait. Just wait. But have some self respect. You deserve it. Find a way to look beautiful while not exposing your entire body to the world. It'll do you a world of good. And I'm saying this with great love as someone who has just seen a lot. Way too much. If we can't tell you, who more than likely just a college student, from your friendly neighborhood OnlyFans model, you might have a problem. Have a good day.